Hey guys, this is Alexit with Book 1, The Quarrel, from the Iliad, translated by Emily Watson, written by Homer. And yeah, here we go. Goddess, sing of the cataclysmic wrath of great Achilles, son of Peleus, which caused the Greeks immeasurable pain and sent so many noble souls of heroes to Hades, and made men the spoils of dogs, a banquet for the birds, and so the plan of Zeus unfolded. Starting with the conflict between great Agamemnon, lord of men, and glorious Achilles. Which god set the pair apart and prompted them to fight? Apollo, son of Leto and of Zeus. Furious at the son of Atreus, the gods spread deadly plague throughout the camp, so that the common troops began to die, because their leader, Agamemnon, treated Chryses, Apollo's priest, with disrespect. This priest had come towards the swift Greek ships and faced the warriors bedecked in bronze to free his daughter with a countless ransom. He had removed his sacred diadem, the emblem of the distant god Apollo, and held it wrapped around a golden staff, and prayed to all the Greeks, and most especially the pair of men who brought the troops to Troy, the sons of Atreus, Lord Agamemnon, and Menelaus. Sons of Atreus, and all you other warriors from Greece, I pray the gods who live on Mount Olympus allow you destroy King Priam's city and safely reach your homes. If you return my darling child to me, accept this ransom and satisfy Apollo, son of Zeus, the god who shoots and strikes from far away. Then all the other Greeks agreed to take the lavish ransom and respect the priest. But this proposal did not please the heart of Agamemnon, son of Atreus. He spoke to him aggressively and sent him harshly away. "Be off with you, old man. You must not let me catch you lingering here beside our hollow ships a moment longer. And if you ever come back here again, your staff and diadem will not protect you. I will not let her go. She shall grow old a very long way from her fatherland in Argos, in my house, and work the loom and share my bed. Now go. Do not enrage me. Go if you want to get away alive." At this, the old man was afraid. He left and walked in silence on the shore, beside the loud resounding rumble of the sea. Once he was far away from everyone, he prayed to Lord Apollo, son of Leto, the goddess with the lovely braided hair. "Son of the silver bow, now hear my prayer. Great guardian of Tendos and Chryse and sandy Scylla, Mouse Lord, if I ever built temples to your liking, ever burned fat thighs of oxen or of goats for you, fulfill this prayer for me, and let the Greeks suffer your arrows to avenge my tears." This was his prayer, and Phoebus heeded him. Enraged at heart, he swooped down from the peaks of Mount Olympus, bearing on his shoulders his quiver and his bow, and as he moved in rage, his arrows clattered at his back. Like night, the god descended. Then he sat a distance from the ships and started shooting. His silver bow let out a dreadful howl. First he attacked the mules and nimble dogs, then turned his piercing weapon upon the men, and pyres were always burning, piled with corpses. For 9 long days the god's dart flew through the camp, and on the 10th Achilles called the troops to gather at the meeting place. This thought was put into his mind by white-armed Hera, because this goddess cared about the Greeks. She saw that they were dying. When the men were gathered and assembled for the meeting, swift-footed Lord Achilles stood and spoke. "Now, Agamemnon, son of Atreus, if we are crushed by war and plague at once, we will be forced to swivel around again and go back home to save ourselves from death. But come now, we must ask a priest or prophet or somebody who knows the ways of dreams, for certainly dreams come to us from Zeus, to tell us why Apollo is enraged. He may be angry at a broken vow or lack of lavish offerings to him. He may accept the fat of sheep and goats and turn this plague away from us." With that, Achilles sat back down again, and Calchas, the son of Thestor, stood. He was by far the best interpreter of signs from birds. He knew the past, the present, and the future. He was the guide who brought the fleet to Troy through skill and prophecy, bestowed on him by Lord Apollo. With good will he spoke. Achilles, favourite of Zeus, you tell me to speak about the wrath of Lord Apollo, the distant archer god, and I will do so. If you will swear that you will keep me safe, protect me with your actions and your words. I am afraid I may enrage a man who has great power over all the Greeks, whom everybody follows and obeys. A leader is more powerful and stronger when he is angry with a lesser man. He may consume his anger for that day, but he will keep the grudge inside his belly until at last he acts on it. So tell me if you will keep me safe. And in reply, swift-footed Lord Achilles said to him, You do not need to worry now. Speak freely and tell us what you know about the gods. By Lord Apollo, the dear son of Zeus, to whom you pray when you reveal to us the gods' intentions, Kalachas, this I swear, no one will lay a heavy hand on you beside the hollow ships, not while I live and see the light. Not one of all the Greeks will harm you, even if you speak about Lord Agamemnon, who now styles himself the best by far of all the Greeks. At this, the seer took courage and replied, The god is not upset about a broken vow, or lack of lavish offerings to him. It is the priest whom Agamemnon scored, whose daughter he would not give back for ransom. That is the reason that the archer god gives us these troubles and will give yet more. He will not drive away the deadly plague that now afflicts the Greeks till Agamemnon returns the bright-eyed woman to her father without a ransom or reward, and carries a hecatomb to Chryse. Then we may appease the god. With this he sat back down